When you think of a JDM legends, you always think of a name that burns bright. Mazda RX-7.
On the dance floor, won't you get my love? On the dance floor, on the dance floor, on the dance floor, won't you get my love?
This is not just any sports car, it's a rotary power icon born from passion, innovation, and a fearless design that changed the game forever. Tonight, we're diving deep into every generation of the RX-7 to see why it's still the heartbeat of the JDM scene. Buckle up. Alright, before we get into the dive deep into the RX-7, let's go to the rotary engine. Now, I know what you're thinking. Rotary? Isn't that just a fancy word for a spinning thingy? Well, yeah, kinda, but it's way cooler than that. Unlike your usual piston engines that go up and down like they're doing squats, the rotary engine spins a tiny triangular rotor inside an oval chamber. Imagine a little ninja doing spins inside a tiny dojo. That's your rotary engine. This design means it can rev super high, be instantly smooth, and pack a punch way bigger than its size would suggest. The RX-7 rotary engine sounds like a jet fighter ready to launch, a unique hold that every car lover can recognize a mile away. But here's the kicker, rotary engines are a bit like that high-maintenance friends who's amazing but needs constant attention. They can be temperamental, especially with their apex sales. That's like the engine's version of shoes, which can wear out faster than pistons. Still, fans don't care because they power the sound and that feeling of flying on four wheels. Priceless, the rotary engine isn't just an engine, it's the RX-7 soul. First generation SA22Cs FB 1978 to 1985.
I've driven a lot of sports cars, but to get a legendary one for under $11,000, you're only talking Mazda RX-7. The cockpit's very well thought out. Everything's right where it should be. And nothing delivers power as smoothly as Mazda's rotary engine, all the way up through all 5 gears.
If you're a true car enthusiast, you know the FB isn't just a car. It's the spark that lit a rotary fire in Japan's sport car scene. Back in the late 1970s, Mazda was a small fish in the global car pond. But they had a big idea to build a sports car that was lightweight, fun, and powered by something totally unique, the rotary engine. At a time when most cars were big and heavy, the RX-7 shook things up with its radical design and engineering. Kenichi Yamamoto, the genius engineer behind Mazda Rotary Tech, led the charge. His team faced a massive challenge: make a rotary engine reliable and affordable. They did it, and the RX-7 became the world's first mass-produced sports car with a rotary engine. It wasn't just a new car, it was a revolution. The FB was a hit in Japan and started gaining traction overseas. It wasn't the fastest car on block, but its lightweight and unique engine made it nimble and fun, creating a loyal fan base who love its quirky character and distinctive rotary sound. It set the foundation for our future RX-7s and put Mazda on the map as a serious sports car maker. Under the hood sat the 12A rotary engine, small, light, and rev happy, producing around 100 to 135 horsepower. Unlike traditional piston engines, the rotary triangular rotor spun inside an oval chamber, delivering smooth power and screaming high rev sound unique to rotary fans. The FB's simple design made it a tuner's playground, lightweight and responsive. It was perfect for spirited driving and easy to modify. Fans loved how nimble it felt, and its quirky rotary burst made it stand out in the sea of piston engines. The FB laid the foundation, a revolutionary start that introduced the world to the rotary sports car and created a loyal cult following in the JDM community. Second generation FC3S 1985 to 1992.
The sound we hear it, the sound we bring it, the light we see it.
The FC wasn't just an upgrade, it's the Mazda answers to the growing global sports car competition. And it showed the world that the rotary power can be refined and aggressive. The 80s were a golden era of sport cars. With fair competition from European and Japanese brands, Mazda knew they had to step up. So the FC was born with sharper looks and better tech. It was designed not just to turn heads, but to fight for respect on global stage. Inspired partly by the Porsche's 944's success, Mazda crafted the FC to be a serious sports car, refined, fast, and more comfortable. It was the first RX-7 to offer turbocharging, boosting power and performance dramatically. This generation marked Mazda's ambition to challenge the big players. The FC became a symbol of rotary evolution. It wasn't just a quirky Japanese car anymore, it was a global contender. Racers and tuners loved it for its balance of power and handling, and it played a key role in motorsports, racing in IMSA and touring car championships. This was the RX-7 proving itself in the big leagues. Powered by the turbocharged 13B engine, the FC produced between 160 and 200 horsepower depending on the market and model year. The turbo meant more torque and speed, but also brought challenges like turbo lag and drivers learned to master. The SC became a tuner's darling. The turbo setup meant it could handle big power upgrades, while suspension improvements gave it balance and precision. From street racers to track enthusiasts, the FC was loved for its blend of style, speed, and tuning potential. The SC proved rotary power could compete on a global stage, evolving the RX-7 from a cult classic to a serious performance contender in the JDM universe. Third generation FD3S 1992 to 2002. The FD is the stuff of legends, a car that defined the 90s JDM scene and became a symbol of rotary perfection and raw emotion. The FD RX-7 arrived in the 90s as a statement. Mazda wasn't messing around anymore. The car was a masterpiece of engineering and design, blending sleek aerodynamics with a revolutionary twin-turbo rotary engine. This generation wasn't just about speed, it was about precision. The FD chassis was lightweight and balanced, designed for razor-sharp handling. It quickly became a favorite among racers, drifters, and enthusiasts worldwide. The car's role in pop culture, from Initial D to Fast and Furious, helped cement its iconic status. But the SD wasn't just a show-off. It was built with serious tech like sequential twin turbos to minimize lag and maximize power. It was the culmination of decades of rotary engineering, proving Mazda's commitment to pushing boundaries. For many, the FD RX-7 represents the perfect marriage of art, science, and raw driving passion. At its heart was the sequential twin-turbo 13B or EW rotary engine, producing a factory-rated 276 horsepower in Japan. The sequential turbos reduce lag and deliver smooth, explosive power throughout the railway. The engine could spin past 8,000 RPM, giving it an exhilarating edge. The FD became the ultimate tuner's canvas. With aftermarket support, power output soared past 400 horsepower, while body kits transformed its aggressive look, and it became a drifting icon. Drivers love its razor-sharp handling, perfect weight distribution, and that addictive rotary grip. The FD is the peak of RX-7 engineering, the car that perfected rotary power and handling, making it a timeless JDM legend and enthusiast favorite. The Mazda RX-7 isn't just a car, It's the story of innovation, passion, and the relentless pursuit of driving perfection. From the live-weight FB that ignited the Rotary revolution through the turbocharged evolution of the FC to the twin-turbo masterpiece FD, the RX-7 defined what it means to be a true JDM legend. The RX-7 is more than metal and engines. It is a symbol of car culture's heart and soul. It represents a blend of engineering art and human passion, inspiring enthusiasts worldwide to push boundaries and express themselves through speed and style. This Rotary icon connects us across generations and borders, reminding us that cars are not just machines, but a living part of humanity's creative spirit and community. And that's why the RX-7 will always hold a special place in our hearts.